to consider that. During T4, even with the wider score, 0-4 was keeping his head in the game. I hope that 0-4 isn't getting a little bit tired here. And Circa's going to be pulling away with this, you know, not a whole lot of stack for him right now, and he's telegraphing his position quite a bit. And I'm not sure what he's going to be able to get out of this situation. He's going to drop down, but he's going to be dropping right down onto, wow, 0-4 Shaft here. Okay, first he drops down onto Shaft. Then he jumps back across for Red. And then he exposes himself for another rail. So I think he's waving the white flag right now. And 0-4 is going to be waving his own leather jacket at this point. Right now, it's 0 cool. And 0-4. But 3 minutes, 40 seconds left, and I know I'm kind of counting this down, but it does definitely look like A, Circa doesn't quite have his heart in this anymore, and B, 0-4 is, well, he's having fun. He's warming up. He's using this time wisely, but maybe not to the most of objective seriousness. But this does mean that coming up, I mean, we're going to be able to see a lot of awesome matches very, very shortly. I'm not sure how far we're going today. I assume we're going to be doing everything up to semifinals. But for winner's bracket semifinal, we've already got Rafa slotted. I'm assuming it's going to be Walter moving forward against Rafa there, and then it looks like it's going to be 0-4 versus CZM. And I don't think we're going to be missing 0-4 versus CZM. I don't think Greece will be either anytime soon. And then after that, it looks like we have potentially one more matchup as well, the winner's bracket final. And my guess, oh, too close to call, too close to call. Be Rafa versus, well, either 0-4 or CZM. Unless Walter is really on his game today and ends up taking down Rafa. How long can I say that versus with a straight face? We'll see, we'll see. And yeah, I would not mind seeing Walter versus Rafa. That would be a great match, but I think 0-4 CZM, I think that brings a lot more to the table. Yeah, I never want to underestimate Walter, but it depends on what Walter we're getting. Again, I mean, he's either on his game or he's on his period. And Rafa's actually looking quite well today. So I don't have any doubts about Rafa's play. But taking a look here at the lower bracket, it is progressing forward. We do see quite a few buys. I mean, there are going to be a lot of people who don't quite want to move forward into this. But we've got It and Zeal. Winner of that will be going up against Turiel. And Wonko is still waiting for the loser of this, actually. It's actually likely going to be Circa, so we'll be seeing Circa, Wonko. Well, we won't be seeing it, but the bracket will be. And then that'll be moving forward as well. Again, thank you, Challenge, for making this fairly simple, updatable, and actually readable, and actually kind of looking good as well. So 1 minute warning here. We're coming back into this at 40-9, 0-4's favor. Hopefully 0-4 can keep himself up for CZM. And yes, guys, there is a GTV server, and there is also an audio-only stream, which is linked in both IRC channels. Have a few people coming in every once in a while looking for audio-only and GTV, and it is available. Not something we're always able to do, but today, sure, why not? We can rock things old school as well.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Very good.
So,
very full.
Good. Hopefully I'll be about to be as well, but it looks like it is indeed going to be CZM 0-4. Circa, I mean, I saw him kind of tossing in the mental towel just a couple minutes into this map. Just a lot of rush.
Yeah.
Not the band.
So basically I showed up right on time.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, my wife makes a good... seriously, dude, like, this is like rivaling Five Guys. I've never had her... She's had my burgers. I've never had hers. And, man, she makes a good burger.
Wow.
Dude, 5 guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I live in Oregon. Yeah.
I totally learned jerk off 3DM2 in my sleep last night.
The ever quotable 04.
Just for the hell of it, keep it while you say.
04 could totally start his own t-shirt line. I am going to win this. That is how you do it. That is how you blow a 14-point lead.
I'm really excited about this. I mean, we've been able to see 04 and CZM in the Intel Extreme Masters, but they never did butt heads, did they?
I don't think we ever got...
I don't remember spooging everywhere, and that's probably what would have happened.
Well, if it was a good enough a match, you wouldn't remember it, no.
Yeah. Are you trying to say I just spooge and forget about it the next day?
No, I think Grease is blacked out from lack of oxygen to his brain.
Yeah, that would probably be true.
Yeah.
I'd be casting, and then that'd be my head on the desk.
That's why I always have my finger on the mute button, so that if I ever collapse, I make sure I hit that first.
Oh, you're hoping that gravity's going to push your finger into the button?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
If I sit right, you know.
Impressive.
No, that doesn't work with watching porn either. Just so you know.
Well, that takes advanced techniques. I've had to go through a lot of chairs in the past couple of years, suffice to say. They just don't make them like they used to. Or porn, for that matter. Jeez. All right, Ultrano totally needs. Ultrano totally needs his own theme song.
H is silent. All right, guys, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. 04 and CGM brought together thanks to the likes of Quake 3. And it's Vanilla Ties here on T4. The first frag breaks out in front of the Mega, and it's going to be CZM getting first blood.
Indeed it will, but he won't be lasting too long before getting SSG between the legs, down to 10 health.
Oh, no.
Greater. And that's going to knock things down to 0 to 0.
Was that, like,
0
intentional, though? I mean, he had to have seen how low his health
I can only hope.
Either way, 04 got a good chuckle out of it, and he also got second frag. So, although we can almost call it first frag, considering it's now 1 to 0.
Absolutely. So CZM keeping his back to one of the yellow armors, but nailing off a beautiful rail on 04. Coming back over for the yellow armor is going to be a death doorstep for him. 04 perfect rockets once again, making it 3-0. Now this map, I mean, we're going to see 04 run this thing for a little while. I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep control of the other yellow armor on the top of the map, as we saw him not
great initial damage.
He got timing for it, but he's going to take a lot of damage on his way back over here. So this side of the map, unless his timing is exactly right, yeah, he's going to be taken on down.
Those rockets from CZM were superb.
Absolutely.
I mean, the first one got the pop straight up. The second one locked him in the corner, and it was actually in some ways a grace of God that he was able to get. A04 was able to get out of that situation. CZM, though, of course, not too well off in terms of health and armor. On this map, there is such little health and armor, especially health, that it's very obvious where you're going to go when you need to restack. So when you're playing against the likes of 04, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous in order to even attempt to restack. We're going to see 5-1 now, 04 taking the lead, and finally widening the gap a little bit, but split between the armors.
One that is going to persist for a bit of time and is going to be really CZM's way back in on this. 04 is really leaning on his railgun to control areas, though. He just did that in order to control Mega Health there, and with his last rocket, he's going to be moving back in. And moving across the map this way, I mean, it really gives him not so much an angle for an attack, even though he had the last one on the tail end of that. It really just goes for items, and that is also going to be securing the one last yellow armor. But here comes CZM on the aggressive, but not enough to take down Z4's own stack there. So 6-1, CZM still looking for the combo breaker.
Yeah, 04 right now is enjoying the fact that he was able to collect the second Mega. And unlike the first, which it was a giant cluster, right as the map started, this one was a freebie for 04.
04 is hopping around going, I like T4. I like T4.
Yeah, this is This is a map where I think 0-4 probably feels probably one of the most comfortable players on this map.
Absolutely, and that switch over to shotgun, even at that long range, very, very effective indeed. 8-on-1. I mean, he knows the damage values. He knows exactly what it's going to take to knock CZM down, and that is giving him an exact prospect to do just the right amount of damage with the right weapon, get the right switches, and have the right angle for everything. So he's been very tight on that so far. CZM is trying to kind of back off and get into a corner where he can do some free damage, but that damage comes with the price, actually. 0-4 nailing in another couple, and oh, not quite getting in the rocket splash on CZM right there. That gives him a fairly big opening, especially coming up this jump pad. CZM missing both of them. That's not going to be any good for him.
You know, this the opening of this, seeing it as 10-1, I feel sad in so many ways that 0-4 was unable to make it to the American Championships of the Intel Extreme Masters. You know, I feel like as good as that tournament was, the fact that he qualified yet was unable to travel there, I guess, to do his job. You know, the tournament itself lost something.
It did.
Because it probably, honestly, it probably should have been Rafa 0-4 in that finals. Because, yeah, we saw DeHang really turn things up and do quite well in the, basically, when he finally needed to, when he played off against Vu. But 0-4 was consistently good. And I think that DeHang would have had to work that much harder in order to handle the likes of Z4. So...
And how frustrating do you think it was for 0-4 to be watching the coverage, watching the matches being played out, going like, I could do that.
Should have been me.
I could do that. Should have been me. Should have been me.
Should have been me, motherfucker.
Yeah. Never a pleasant feeling at all. And a few notes here that 0-4's rail is off. Well, he's been rocking about 50% so far here, and actually he's just been using the rail just a little bit less than we would initially anticipate. I mean, we've seen a lot of rockets, a lot of shotgun, and even plasma spam has been working out for him rather well. And there's a nice MG frag. So say what you will about the rail, but 0-4, even though it's kind of like his claim to fame here, he's not making it his exclusive dominance here.
And I wonder if that might be a little bit of an influence of Quake Live, where the railgun is not as useful.
It may be, yeah.
Now, another thing to consider is that, you know, CZM right now is not really on form, I don't think. I mean, yeah, he's hitting a couple of nice rails here and there, but I think, you know, mentally, CZM would need to be looking for a way in. You know, the big thing right now is that he does have 0-4 in a very precarious play. He's having to go and collect health rather than control the top side here. Getting back up to the top tier, getting that height advantage is really critical on T4.
And 0-4 actually spanning this out a little bit. He's actually creating a little bit of distance, a little bit of time between him and CZM. That could actually end up being a mistake because
CZM's in.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great stat going into that. He didn't really have a reason to kind of give up his higher ground.
Right there. Oh, he missed it.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. That hurts me in, like, the balls, man. I mean, because I saw the shot in my head, and I was like, yeah, CZM's going to take this, and it'll be the start of his run, you know? But no dice. 0-4.
With angular shots like that, you can see why this is one of 0-4's favorites. Oh, but shut down by an air rocket coming in for seconds, and CZM doesn't quite have the cojones to try to make lightning strike twice. But 0-4 back up top mid of the map. Gets in one more little rocket there on CZM, and CZM doubles back around to try and get a grab for that railgun, but yeah, no bueno there. 17-1, 0-4, a little bit early for armor. That is going to be giving CZM the ability to grab, well, not quite as much of his own right now, but he's at least going to have a position here to try and make a grab. I mean, as long as 0-4 is up on top.
Perfect.
Oh, never mind. Never mind
And he stopped the grab, too.
Yeah.
He stopped the grab, too. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was such a sweet combo. Not only did he get the pop, but he followed it up with a rail. And it was just a thing of beauty, folks. I mean, that's... Oh, God, I love it.
So we're just about 8 minutes into this thing, just over.